Welcome to Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about Doctor Who some more. So now it's been a few days and we've all had the chance to calm down and process the news that Jodie Whittaker has been cast as the 13th Doctor. And obviously, everybody had a lot to say about this. And while it's a lot of fun, and I've been doing this myself for the past week, to say that this is just a show about a time-traveling alien and making fun of people, getting very emotional about this, and it's fun saying that it doesn't really matter. The truth is, it does matter. It matters a lot. Doctor Who is something that means a lot to a lot of people. It means a lot to me. For many of us, it's more than just a fun show about a time-traveling alien. For some people, it's something they grew up with, and for others, it's a universe that immerses you. The Doctor stands for something, and for a lot of us, that matters. Maybe that's why, for better or for worse, this is a very passionate fandom. While I don't agree with the need to protect this thing like it was yours by being offended when people use the wrong word or saying that someone can't be a fan because they haven't watched the massive catalog of classic Doctor Who episodes, I think that a fandom is something that you share and enjoy, and everybody does that in their own way, whether they watched one episode or all of them. There are topics of discussion and fields of study where your opinion is more valuable if you're more knowledgeable, but this thing that we're fans of, it's not one of them. There are a few sides to the whole debate about the female Doctor. Some people are happy because they think it signifies progress in the representation of women in entertainment. Some people welcome it as a refreshing change to a show they love. Some people are angry because they feel that the direction of this show that they love and have loved for many years is now being dictated by political correctness and a struggle for social justice. And yes, some people are angry simply because they're sexist. I think it's important to remember as we talk about these things that if the world is a story, we're not telling it alone. Things don't necessarily fit the narrative that makes the most sense for you. If it is your opinion that the reason that the next Doctor is a woman is that the BBC is pushing some liberal agenda and has cracked under the pressure of political correctness, that doesn't make that true. It makes it a thing that you think. You're not writing this story alone. That goes the other way as well. If someone doesn't like the idea of a female Doctor, don't be quick to make them the villain. It's fine to not like stuff. A casting of a character, a direction a show is going in. The people who disagree with you are not necessarily wrong, especially if Doctor Who is really what we're talking about here. Is it though? Of course, if the only argument someone presents is an obviously sexist one, anything that's derived from the position that a woman simply can't be the protagonist, the hero, the Doctor, because women are somehow less than men, then yeah, I can't take that argument seriously. I'll just say that we won't convince sexist and racist people to not be those things by making fun of them. I'm not saying I'm above it, I'm not. I'm just acknowledging that while it's fun, it's not productive. My personal perspective is that I'm very excited about this new Doctor for a number of reasons. First, Jodie Whittaker is a fantastic actress, and while Broadchurch is a very different type of show, I think it's really cool that I've already seen something I absolutely love from Whittaker working with Chris Chibnall, the new showrunner. So that alone has me very excited. The whole concept of Time Lords regenerating across genders and that gender is not really a thing for them, that's been established. That's canon. So why are they called Time Lords? Because it's like a 50-year-old show, and like any science fiction story, they're making it up as they go along, so cut them some slack. I don't think anybody has a problem with Time Lords regenerating across genders. Not a lot of people were angry about Missy, but as Jason from Seasoned Reviews pointed out, she did have the benefit of proving to us she's awesome before we learned she was the Master. But the thing people are angry about is not whether technically a male Time Lord can become a woman, It's that the doctor is going to. And don't even bother typing that there's no such thing as male or female Time Lords because they're aliens. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. And I do think representation matters, and the doctor is a wonderful opportunity for that. I think that when people associate representation with whatever they think is wrong, with political correctness or social justice, there are a few things we need to explore. First, is any character who isn't white, straight, and male just a pandering agenda? Because if it is, it means that you see white, straight, and male as normal, and anything else as not normal. For example, a lot of people were saying that Bill, the companion in season 10, is just pandering to SJWs because she's black and she's gay, and because she mentions being black and gay. But you know, some people are black and some people are gay and some people are both. Now, think of your world of references. If you are, for example, a straight single woman and you talk about dating men, no one's gonna say, God, you're straight, we get it. But when Bill talks about her world and her experience of life, that's kind of exactly what happens. The second thing is when we say things like, well, then I want Wonder Woman to be cast as a man and Lara Croft to be cast as a man. I understand that when people say things like that, it's mainly just lashing out at a change that they don't like, but there are things to consider here. Like, could it be that your base assumption about how society treats men and women is false? Because it probably is. Beyond the more fun and nerdy discussion about why it doesn't make sense to cast Wonder Woman as a man because the lore doesn't support it, just the same that it doesn't make sense to me to cast James Bond as a woman. The only way to do that would be to reboot the franchise and make it his daughter or something, but it would just make more sense to just start a new franchise about a woman super spy. Like they didn't do Jane Wick, they did Atomic Blonde, and there already is a male Lara Croft. It's that guy from Uncharted, or did I just piss off another fandom? Anyway, sorry, we almost had fun there for a minute. So beyond the fact that it makes sense in Doctor Who, it's supported by the story and it's fresh and exciting, in my opinion at least, do you really feel that this throws something off balance? Do you really feel that we lost a male lead and now we need to get one back? Because if you do, it means that you're imagining the world as a much kinder place than it is. Because it means your base assumption is that there is equality in representation and in other things, which there isn't. That is something that even if you don't agree, even if listening to me talk about this makes you angry, it's still true. To wrap all of this up, I'm personally very excited about the new Doctor. I know a lot of people are, and I know a lot of people aren't. It's fine not to like this move from Doctor Who. I just think it needs to be for the right reasons. Is it really just something about the show, or is it politics? Is it sexism? Remember that just because we think something is a certain way, it doesn't mean that that's true for both sides. And like Philip DeFranco says, being offended by something doesn't make you right about it. By the way, one of the funniest things to come out of all of this is media people talking about Doctor Who when they don't really know what it is. So they keep saying there's a female Doctor Who, and I'm like, isn't it kind of like saying a female Star Trek instead of a female captain or a female binge watchers? Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to a productive and civil discussion in the comments. For those of you who are new around here, I don't usually make videos like this. It's mostly just reviews and discussions about strictly the TV shows themselves. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out a lot, and you can find me on TV Time and Twitter and Instagram. You can find the links in the description. You can also join the Discord server we have where we chat about TV, and it's a lot of fun. And if you're finding Binge Watchers for the first time, welcome. I'd like to invite you to join the Binge Watchers community. Come talk about TV with us. It's a lot of fun. Subscribe to the channel. But in any case, keep binging, and I will see you next time.